Hello there, soul sisters. This is Jessica, for those of you who don't know who I am. And I am just making this real quick video. I'm going to try to jam it in real fast, so I'm not taking up a lot of your time. But over the last few weeks, or a couple of weeks since we've had signups, I've had a lot of questions about what do you need to have to go on the hikes. And I did a video like this a couple of years ago, and it seemed to go over pretty well in answering the questions. But when I did it at the time, the quality of the video was kind of bad, the sound. So I'm just going to do a new one. And what I did in that video is I went through my backpack and showed you the things that I carry. I do want to start off by just saying that none of this is a requirement. This is totally preferences of the things that I have in my pack. Keep in mind that I've been doing this for quite a while, and so I do some bigger hikes, and so there are things that I like in my pack to help me on those hikes. Do not stress about having to go out and buy these things. That is not what I'm trying to tell you to do. A lot of these things you're going to have in your home already. Somebody in your family is going to have it. You know, maybe one of your kids, your husband, your best friend, a parent, coworker. Somebody is going to have some of these items. If not, these are items that you can get fairly cheap too. You don't have to have the kind of stuff that I have or that some of the other ladies may have. And that's what I like about hiking, is that anybody can do it. You just have to be smart about what you carry. And a lot of it is about preference and what you're willing to carry. So I'm going to go into my backpack really quick and kind of show you and get you an idea. Let me put my glasses on because I can't see right now. Let me right back. This is my pack. She's kind of ugly right now and stinky. But I'm going to start on the outside of the pack. And I do have a hat that I kind of keep on there. And I keep that on there just in case I need it to keep the sun out, the rain out, whatever. I also carry a bandana. And you'll notice that I have several of these. I usually have 3 to 4 in my pack. Because they are, to me, just the absolute most valuable thing that I carry sometimes. They can be used for a variety of things, whether it be to blow your nose, wipe your face, dry off your feet if you've done a water crossing and you wanted to keep your feet, your shoes dry, your socks dry, just to dry off your feet. All kinds of things, bandages, whatever. And they're cheap. You can get these cheap, like at the Walmart, Dollar General, Dollar Tree. They don't cost a lot of money. So I keep several. And like I said, there's always 2 to 3 in my backpack at all times. And then we go into my pack. For one thing, first thing, just grab something. My food sack. So this is where I keep my food. And this is probably the most important thing for me to tell you is when you're thinking about bringing food, and some of our hikes are going to be really short. They're not going to be incredibly long, but they may be challenging for some, and you're going to exert some energy. And the one way to keep going is to refuel. And this is something I'm preaching to myself because I'm horrible at this. But one thing that I always tell people is to bring things you will eat, okay? Don't bring things you think hikers are going to eat. Bring what you're going to eat. I've had people bring Subway sandwiches. I've had people bring pizza. There are a couple ladies that we hike with. I'm just going to call them out. You know who you are. Gail and Kathy. They eat peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches. But that's what they eat to get them through a hike. Me, in my bag, I have a lot of nuts. So there's nuts. Those nuts have been there for a while. But I keep replenishing them. More trail mix. Just because nuts are a good source of protein, and I've got some little raisins in there, and I think there's a few M&Ms, and that's just for sweetness. The sugar gives you that little burst of energy as well. I have some electrolyte tablets to put in my water. I have a trail mix bar. And sometimes I carry a sandwich. And I always carry a little bag of Pringles because they're salty. And that's good to help replenish some of the sodium that I lose. So bring whatever you think, whatever you think you can eat. Carmela is a good person to ask. She eats very healthy, and she always has some kind of amazing lunch. But what do you think you're going to eat on the trail? And, just to put it in a bag somewhere to keep it dry and safe. You don't want it to get all wet and nasty. So lunch, food is important. Another thing that I do carry, I'm not putting that in the right pouch, is I go to the Walmart and I go to the little outdoor section, where they have all the camping stuff, the outdoor stuff, whatnot. And I get the little 97-cent ponchos. And I always have 2 of those in my pack. And these are great to have in case we kind of get in any kind of weather. Because one thing you're going to learn about me is I never cancel a hike for weather. So if it's calling for rain, we're going to hike. You don't even have to ask. We'll hike. The only time I will cancel a hike is if there's some kind of threat. If the National Weather Service or even the Park Service comes out and says, hey, we would really prefer you not be on the trail. And that could be for high winds, damaging winds, tornado threats, ice, bad conditions. But I think in the whole time that I've been doing this life group, I've had to do that one time. I've had to cancel a hike due to weather, and that was because it was icy and the roads were closed. So I don't think we could even get there. But I carry that. I also have myself a handy dandy. I made myself a little first aid kit. And in that, I keep some ibuprofen, some Tylenol, some Aleve. That's just what fell out. I need to replenish that because I think I'm down to just one. But I've got Band-Aids, bandages. I have some tweezers, little antiseptic wipes. I even have wipes for my glasses. Anything that, you think, it does not have to be expensive. This is just stuff you can get out of your medicine cabinet. But it's just good to have in case something happens along the way. I think that's it for that pocket. I also like to carry in here, I carry a little headlamp. I carry the headlamp with me because you just never know. That's just me. I'm a weirdo. When I first started hiking, I was hiking with these ladies and we did not get off the trail till late, and so I went the next day and got me a headlamp, so I would always have light. But you don't need to worry about that because we will be off trail way before dark. I also always carry in my pack, even though I do have the poncho, I like to carry some kind of pullover or jacket, lightweight, but some that I know is going to keep me warm. Because one thing I've also learned about the mountains is that the weather is unpredictable, and even in the summer you can get chilled, especially if you stopped and it's cool. You'll be glad you have that. Here's my little bag of extra bandanas. Like I said, I like to keep those because they're very, very, very handy. One thing that I do have in my pack is I carry my water. Typically, sometimes I'm going to have a water bladder, and these you can get at the Walmart. This one actually came with my pack, and I have a hiking backpack. You can carry, I've had women carry little Kavu bags. I've had women just carry their child's book bag, or just a backpack from the Walmart. You can go to Goodwill or any kind of thrift store, and they probably have some. But this, like I said, it came with my pack. But this is just a little water bladder that'll fit down in your backpack, and it has a little hole that I can weave it through, and it rests in the front, and I can just drink water because I'm lazy like that. But sometimes I do carry a water bottle, and it stays in my pack. And that's important. And I always carry a bottle of Gatorade or something with electrolytes in it. And I'm going to talk more about that this week in a post. Because that's important. I do ask that you carry that. But other than that, I also carry a pack of wet wipes or some kind of wet wipes because, you're out in the dirt sometimes and you want, especially if you're going to eat, you want to have clean hands. So, and we don't have soap and water available, so I use the wet wipes. But I think that's it. Those are just the things that I carry in my pack. And sorry. Any of the other ladies can chime in. The other ladies that I hike with, there may be things they like to keep. I do keep an extra pair of socks in there, just because sometimes I do like to change socks in the middle of a hike. I don't know, there's just something about having fresh socks. But also in case my feet get wet. I don't like to have wet feet. But other than that, I don't carry a whole lot. But like I said, those are the things that I carry. The things that I do ask that you bring is that you bring some water. Water is important. I would like you to bring some kind of drink that has electrolytes in it. And I would like for you to bring food. You need to have something to fuel yourself, to do what you're going to do, because hiking is way different than walking in your neighborhood. It's different than going to the gym. It is taxing on your body, and you are going to be exerting a lot of energy and burning a lot of calories. So that is one thing that you're definitely going to want to do, is to have food, some kind of nourishment. And like I said, make sure that it's something that you like to eat, because I don't want you to be stuck out there and not have anything. So I think that's about it. If I have not answered a question about something to have in your backpack, let me know. Later this week, I will be talking about, how to dress and things like that, and giving you info on this coming week's hike, and the times we're going to meet, where we're going to meet, and how things are going to roll. But I'm so excited to meet you all and to see you, and I hope this video has been helpful. Like I said, if I've not answered something, let me know, and I will try to answer you, or one of the ladies in the group can answer you, because you had a just plethora of knowledge. There are so many women in here who are weird like me and excited about this like me, and this is what we do. So, and we love to have new people join us, and we cannot wait to meet you. Love you so much. Bye.